Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to rule well. As a brother Izar, out here in Leander, Texas. Alright, and I wanted to go into something, I'm always out here with the 12 tribe chart, so I wanted to bring out the edification on that, because vocab Malone and a lot of people say that the 12 tribe chart is not real, alright, that it shouldn't be brought out, and the one that they use to justify that belief, alright, is 1 Timothy's. So I'll go into 1 Timothy's and I'll actually go off of 1 Timothy's. Alright, so it says 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahawashi HaMashiach, by the commandment of the Most High, our Savior and Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach, which is our hope. Alright, so our hope has to be based off of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. That's what our hope is based off of. That's who we believe in. Verse 2, unto Timothy, my own son in the faith, grace, mercy, and peace from Yahweh the Father and Yahawashi HaMashiach, our Lord. As I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus, when I went into Macedonia, that thou mightest charge some that they teach no other doctrine. All right, so that right there is already going against what vocab Malone and these Christians talk about, man. You're not supposed to teach any other doctrine but what the scriptures say. That thing about fallen angels, all right, that an angel rebelled against the Most High and then called his name Lucifer, that's not in the scriptures, man. You see? None of that is in the scriptures. So for people to add on to the scriptures, that's a curse. Like it says in Revelations. Where is it? Let me see. This is Revelations 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, that may enter into the thorough gates, into the cities. All right, talking about the kingdom of heaven. It says, for without are dogs and sorcerers, whoremongers, and murderers and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. You see? So if you make a lie, saying that this truth isn't real, that's a lie. All right? Saying that the 12th tribe chart isn't scriptural, that's a lie. Saying that we're not the Israelites, that's a lie. And like Deuteronomy 33 says, all right, he shall make the enemy known to be the liars, man. He will thrust them out and say, destroy them. So Yahawashi is not coming back to bring peace to the wicked. All right? Yahawashi is coming back to bring peace to the righteous, man. So it says, verse 16, I, Yahawashi, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. All right? So he's the root and the offspring of David, meaning what? Meaning that Yahawashi, all right, David, his seed line, the seed line of David, all right, unto Joseph, the biological father of Yahawashi, all right, unto Yahawashi. Salakia, pardon me. says, verse 17, and the Spirit and the bride say, Come. And let him that heareth say, Come. And let him that athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. All right? Now, who's the bride? Who's the bride of Yahweh Shai? All right, that's talking about the elect. The elect are the bride of Yahweh Shai. You know? So it says, For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecies of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, shall the Most High add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of this book of these prophecies, the Most High shall take away his part of the book of life. All right? So you saying that you know, what we talk about, what we bring out to edification, you know, you saying that those things aren't true, you're taking away from the book of life, man. You know? You're taking away from the truth. And these prophecies and these curses, all right, they're going to fall upon you. You know? Let me read that last part again. It says, last part of verse 18, if any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. He which testifieth these things saith, Surely I come quickly, amen. Even so come, Lord Yahweh Shai. The grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach be with you all, amen. All right? So you don't take away from these prophecies, man. All right? Coming out here with a 12 tribe chart is part of the prophecies. You know? So going back to 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 2, as I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus, when I came into Macedonia, that thou mightest charge some that they teach no other doctrine. You see? You're not supposed to teach any other doctrine, man. From the time of the apostles and after the apostles, all right, you had people that started perverting the ways of truth, even during the times of the apostles, man. You know, you had Israelites that were perverting the ways of truth. You know, every person that came into the truth, they would tell them they had to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the perfection. You know, when that's not a righteous thing. And even the apostles got onto him saying, you know, you don't even keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the perfection. All right, so why are you troubling the new brothers that are coming into this truth, coming into the fold? But who were the laws given to? They were all given to Israel. You know? So the people that were coming into the truth were Israelites, Israelite foreigners. You know? That once called themselves by these other nations. But that's why Yahweh Shai came, for the Israelites. You know, to turn back to righteousness. To turn back to the fold. To come by, to be redeemed. Because that word redeemed, all right, means to buy back. know? Deem is to gain. Re is again, to gain again. And who is the Most High gaining again? All of Israel. You know? So the ways of doctrine are important when it comes to this truth. All right? So even for them to call themselves Christians, there's a bunch of denominations in Christianity. All right? Some say you have to follow the law, some say you don't. Some say you have to go out and teach, and some say you don't. You know? Some say you have to read and study, and some say you don't. You know? There's a bunch of denominations in Christianity, man. So which one is true? You know? Some pray to pagan gods in Christianity. You know? And some don't. Really, most of them pay to pagan Christians, pagan gods. You know? Even the Christians that call themselves Christians. You know? Because they have that big wooden cross in the very front with an idol in the cross. And they bow down and worship that cross and that idol in the cross when it's not even Yahweh Shai. You know? So it says, reading the last part of verse 3 in 1 Timothy 1, it says, that thou mightest charge some that teach no other doctrines. All right, so there's not supposed to be any other doctrines. Reincarnation is part of the doctrine. It's in the scriptures. All right? The 10 tribes of Israel being scattered, all right, throughout America. The Americas. All right? That's in the scriptures. All the Israelites out of every nation are going to come back to worship Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's in the scriptures. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, that's in the scriptures. Going out to the highways and byways to teach and preach, that's in the scriptures. All right? Bringing forth the calamities, all right, and the troublesome times that are coming. Bringing them out and edifying, that's in the scriptures. Rebuking, reproving, that's in the scriptures. Increasing in faith, knowledge, and understanding, that's in the scriptures. Being loving to your brothers, all right, the ones that are in this truth, that's in the scriptures. Yahweh Shai called it. Who is my mother and who are my brethren? Behold, these are my mother and my brethren. All right, talking about those that are in the faith. You know? So you can't take any other part of doctrine, man. And doctrine also was going to be poured out like water, all right, through prophecy. You don't see them Christians prophesying. You don't see them talking about the 7 heads, the 10 horns, the 10 kingdoms, the 8th head, the whore that sitteth upon the beast, the dragon, all right, the devil and his angels going up against the angels of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't see them prophesying and letting you know and breaking down these scriptures, all right, to edification. You know? When that's part of the ministry. Prophesying. That's in the book of Corinthians. You know? Yeah, you have to desire spiritual gifts. You know? speaking in tongue, you know, different languages, speaking in the holy language, the Lashawan Kodash. You have to desire those things, man. But most importantly and above all, to prophesy. You know? Because without prophecy, our people aren't going to know what's going on. The RFID chip being the mark of the beast. I've never seen Vocab Malone bring that out. You know? Those are things you're supposed to bring out, man. If you really care for the body. If you really care for the elect. You're not supposed to go and battle other Israelites because you don't agree with them. We don't agree with a lot of things of IUIC and HOC and you know House of David. We don't agree with a lot of these Israelite camps, man. You know? But that doesn't mean we spend our time going out there to their camps to try and prove them wrong. We continue to push. You know? GMS came up with that acronym PUSH, saying prophesy until Silo's here. Silo being Yahweh Shai. You know? You got to continue to prophesy, man. Learn the prophecies. That's also how you increase in faith. You know? I went into it in one of my last videos. To be baptized means to be submerged. Alright? When you're submerged in water, you're submerged in this truth. Let me bring that one out in, what was it? Isaiah 9? No. 6 and 9, Isaiah 6. See if I can remember where it's at. Oh, damn, man. Isaiah 6 and verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. You know? Because knowledge, wisdom, understanding was only given to the just, to the Israelite just man, to the righteous. You know? So the Most High covered your ears. The Most High closed your eyes, man. So that you can't understand these prophecies. You can't understand the words, or the word, I should say, which is this little book. You know? It says, then said I, verse 11, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. All right, and that's coming. You know, that is coming. It's gonna happen in World War III. You know, which is right around the corner, man. It says, and Yahweh have moved men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. Verse 13, but yet in it shall be a tenth, and it shall return, and shall be eaten, as tailed tree, and as an oak whose substance is in them, when they cast their leaves. So the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. And who's the holy seed? Israel, man. You know? They're going to have the kingdom of heaven. This is Isaiah 49 and verse 20. Says, or 59, Salakia, 59 in verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forever. All right? So this ministry is only given to Israel, man. You know? This doctrine that they're going to bring out is only given to Israel. That's the true doctrine. Not Christianity or Buddhism. You know? None of that. So going back to 1 Timothy chapter 1 and 4. Neither give heed unto fables, all right, which are lies. Fables are lies. And endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than edifying, which is in faith, so do. All right, now let me get into that. Why did Apostle Paul bring out endless genealogies, man? You know? It's not talking about endless as of many. All right? It's talking endless as in seed line endless genealogies. All right? It's not just talking about genealogies. All right? Because we see genealogies right here. It's talking about endless genealogies. My father so-and-so knew he was an Israelite. And his father so-and-so knew he was an Israelite. And his father's father so-and-so knew he was an Israelite and was a just man. And his father so-and-so was an Israelite and he was a just man. And his father so-and-so and so-and-so, all right, was an Israelite man. And he was known as a just man. And here's the paperwork to prove that I'm the son of so-and-so. That's not how it is. My father doesn't know he's an Israelite, yet I'm an Israelite. Timothy's father called himself a Greek, yet Timothy is an Israelite. You see? Bruce Lee didn't know he was an Israelite, yet he was an Israelite. Bob Marley was an Israelite, but his father didn't know he was an Israelite. And his father looked like a so-called white man. You know? That's what that's talking about, man. That's what that's really talking about. You see? Presenting a form saying that you are the son of so-and-so that was an Israelite, and your lineage comes from the lineage of Israel, from the stock of Issachar, Yashashkar, or Yashakar, however you say it, you know? We know in part, we prophesy in part, like the brother told me. That's what endless genealogies is talking about, man. That's written in the book of Ezra's, Nehemiah. You know? Those were the endless genealogies, and even though they were Israelites, they couldn't prove they were Israelites, so they were cast away as a polluted seed. You know? Nowadays, we don't have to prove through a lineage that we're Israelites. You know? Because you even have some people that call themselves Negroes that are not Israelites. You know? You have some people that call themselves Benjamites or West Indians or Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans. And they're not Israelites, man. You know? You have some extremely dark people that are actually Edomites. What are those girls' names? I think it's Tamara. No, it's not them. There's somebody else. But they look like Israelites, but they're actually not Israelites, man. You know? And then you have people like Bruce Lee that don't look like a standard Israelite, all right? Which is originally like the Negroes, you know? Even though he doesn't look like an Israelite, yet he is an Israelite. You see? So this isn't about endless genealogies, but it is about genealogies. All right? Genealogy means genes, ology, the study of. You know? Or gen could also be as Genesis, the beginning. You know? Studying your lineage. You know? It's not about endless genealogies. Because you're not bringing out any edification, man. But edification is brought out whenever brothers make videos about how the ancient Mexican, the Mexica, named Aztec as meaning time, Teca meaning people of, all right, which is given to Issachar. And then you have the people of Tola, which are Issacharites, and then you have the Tolteca, the people of Tola, which are Israelites as well. You know? Because Teca means people of. Tol is Tola, all right, which are the Issacharites. Tola, Teca, the people of Tola, man. You know? That's what that goes into. You see? So when brothers make videos like that, yeah, that's godly edifying. Because it proves to us and it increases our spirit that what we bring out is true. You know? But having personal stories about You know, I believe my father was an Israelite, my father's father was an Israelite, and here's the records of them calling themselves Israelites and bringing out endless genealogy. So with that, let me actually start it and go into endless genealogies.